We got round 5, Caleb with the Kyogre box versus Bradner with the Regi. And so this matchup, I think, is pretty close to 50-50. Big play in this matchup, of course, is going to be with the Kyogre. And then, of course, the Dragonite in the deck also makes is pretty good as well. Because Dragonite lets you kind of attack 2 turns in a row as long as you have a switch card to deal with the Regice attack. If Regice happens, which it probably will. Otherwise, you're attacking 3 times in a row, which is really, really good. We'll see. Bradner is going first. Discards an Ordinary Rod. Draws into an Ordinary Rod. So not great. And then Path to the Peak comes out. Greninja was prized for Caleb, so not a big deal that the Path comes out, to be honest. Top deck's a Recycler, not great. So we'll probably just see us start with a Comfey. See the options here in a bit. Gets rid of a Sableye, gets a Battle VIP pass, okay. So that can lead to another Comfey. And then you probably want to get Manaphy here. Probably want to go Comfey, Manaphy, I would say. Bradner's probably not attacking next turn. You can probably make that assumption here that Bradner's not going to attack next turn if you really wanted to. But I would probably go for... I guess you have a Capture Energy in the hand as well. So you want 2 Comfey. You kind of want to get the Dragonite out pretty soon as well. I don't hate the Dragonite grab here. But you would also like to attack with a Cram this turn. Like, attacking with Cram this turn would be really, really good if you can pull it off. So I would almost like to see, like, Manaphy, Comfey. Manaphy, Comfey, and then they decide on the Capture Energy a little bit later. Well, at least if you decide this right now, because you're going to go a Capture Energy Retreat. Yeah. Cap. And you should get Manaphy here for sure. Is thinking about third Comfey. Actually, no. So I would have liked to have seen triple Comfey get grabbed here, I think. Well, you definitely need the Manaphy, but I think we should have gone triple Comfey over the Dragonite. Because when you do this retreat here as Caleb, if this next Comfey sees Scoop Up Net or Switch or Escape Rope, you can't dig any deeper. So I think from Caleb here, what we should have seen is Manaphy, Comfey, Comfey. And go triple Comfey here. So that way you can keep digging this turn to hopefully pull off a Cram hit. Because now once you retreat to this Comfey, if this Comfey sees a Scoop Up Net or Escape Rope or Switch Cart, you can't dig any further with Comfeys. So I would have liked to have seen, instead of Dragonite, it should have been a third Comfey here. You want to get Dragonite pretty aggressively, but not to the point where you're like slowing down your turn. Battle VIP pass, I can't see what the other card is. We'll see here in a second. Gets rid of the Battle VIP pass, keeps an Ordinary Rod, so it wouldn't have mattered. Does still have Guru, though, so we could see Guru here to dig a little bit deeper, which I would like to see, because if this Guru sees, like, a Colress, and if it is a Colress, that's why I think you'd like to see put back the Choice Belt, maybe, but you also don't want to see the Choice Belt off of a Marnie from Bradner next turn, potentially. Just sees a Lightning Energy, so it doesn't get punished and see a Switch card here. Choice Belt to the active Comfey, and then pass over to Bradner. So pretty slow start there from Caleb. No turn 1 Cram hit, which would have been really good here, to be honest. A turn 1 Cram hit would have been really, really good here. Putting on any kind of pressure like that early on in this matchup is like a big deal. So Bradner's going to count the Regis real fast. We checked prize cards before. There wasn't anything too important that I saw. So quick Regi check. Prize 1 Drago and I believe a good Lecky. And is going to go ahead and grab the Drago here, it looks like, which is usually like, even if you prized one of your other Regis, you usually want to prioritize. Even if you want to prioritize, you usually prioritize Drago in general because it can draw cards if you just draw weird off like a Marnie or even like a Research or something. There's a cap to the Lecky as well. And grabs a Steel. I don't even know if Bradner has a draw supporter in the hand here. We'll see here soon. Yeah, like I said, I think on Caleb's side, didn't get punished for it, but the Dragonite should probably be another Comfey. Has a Cape in hand, throws it on the Drago already. So this makes me think like a Research is on the way. There is a research on the way. That's actually kind of rough here for Bradner. That's the second Ordinary Rod going down, and Bradner only plays 2 Ordinary Rod. Could have retreated into the Regidrago. No, I guess this probably makes the most sense, because now you only need 1 energy in the discard. Oh, you have the energy in the discard pile already, so now you just need to get the Regis, and then you have the attack for turn. Got an ice. But did not get the attack, it looks like. Could retreat into Regidrago. But I don't think with the current hand it's gonna be able to draw any cards. So I think it's just gonna be ice plus pass, or just go ahead and pass. Just a punch for 20 onto a Comfey. Over to Caleb. Top deck is gonna be the Lightning Energy. Comfey number 1 coming out here. Choice is, I believe, a switch card or an energy. Gets the switch card. Now we can switch card to the other Comfey. Once again, doesn't have the third Comfey in play, though. So if this next Comfey finds a Scoop Up Net or something like that, you can't continue the chain. Goes up to 4. And what was found there, actually? It looks like a Mirage Gate. So still not punished for not getting third Comfey. Now the Primate Wisdom is going to come out. Goes with a Lightning Energy. Probably should have gone with a Water. No, I think that makes sense, actually. Goes with a Lightning. Has a Pokestop in hand. I wouldn't use the Pokestop here. I would just go attach to Dragonite and pass at this point. That doesn't feel great. Actually, nothing feels good here, though. It's a really slow start for Caleb. But I wouldn't Pokestop here, because like the chance that you just mill a Colress is like so high. I guess you know one of your cards is, yeah. I still wouldn't use Pokestop there on that turn, because you also give it to Bradner. Like Bradner hasn't had a super aggressive start either, and the Pokestop's not going to ever lead to like an attack here for Caleb. And then attaches the Lightning here. Should have attached the Water Energy. It does need 2 Water and a Lightning. So. Actually, I don't know if that's true, though, actually, because there is a Lightning in the discard pile, 1 in the Lost Zone. No, but you could, if it's either in your hand, I would still attach the Water here as Caleb, I think. I think you still attach the Water. And I wouldn't have used the Pokestop there either. You just wait. Just wait and hope for a little bit of a better draw on the next turn. Another path into play, and we'll finally see an attack here from Bradner for sure, even though doesn't have all the Regis necessary. Actually goes with the attach of the Aurora instead of, could have no, I guess you always want to go with that because you're not guaranteed to draw the Regis you need. I would have a Regis as well. Like once again, Bradner only has 1 Ordinary Rod left. And I think you can make a pretty educated guess here from Caleb that Bradner probably only plays 3 Ordinary Rod. It's kind of the go-to right now in Regi decks just to play the 3 Ordinary Rod. So you can make a pretty educated guess here as Caleb that is going to be the case. You appreciate the 16-1 3-sub there. Carrot sticks. All right, Comfey up. Draws a Colress here for Caleb. All right, so we're in business. The Pokestop, the way the Pokestop played seemed to have worked out, actually, in the end. There's 7. Ooh. Battle VIP Pass. I think Battle VIP Pass and the Quick Ball go here for sure. And then should be able to attack this turn as Caleb with the Dragonite. We're up to 6 now. Comfey will make it 7. Attachment for turn of the Water, plus a gate to retreat the active. And then we have, so this, the important part about the Dragonite is if it can get Regiced, and if you get Regiced, you can't attack on your next turn. Yeah, it gets rid of the Snorlax. I don't know if I love getting rid of the Snorlax. I think it's fine probably, though. So the way Caleb can play this now is go Mirage Gate, Water to Dragonite, put another energy on the Comfey, attach Water to Dragonite, and then Primate Wisdom, the Escape Rope on top of the deck. And if you Primate Wisdom the Escape Rope on top of the deck, then you can make sure you have a switch card even if you get Regiced on the next turn. So, should be in a pretty good spot here for Caleb to set up for the two knockouts with the Dragonite here. There we go. There's the Mirage Gate, Water to the Dragonite, Psychic to the Comfey. Water to Dragonite. Shuffle it up, and then you attach Water to Dragonite, retreat the Comfey, Primate Wisdom the Escape Rope on top to guarantee you can get 2 turns of attacks in a row with the Dragonite. Oh. What's it going to be? This is where Caleb messes up, though, and Primate Wisdom's the wrong card. So Caleb Primate Wisdom's a Mirage Gate, which means now if Bradner attacks with Regis, you might not see a switch card here from Caleb. So definitely a huge mistake here as Caleb. The Dragonite is like pretty solid attacker in this matchup, but you have to make sure you have an out to getting Regiced. So here come the 2s. The squad on the bench is getting loaded up. And now Bradner is going to go in. And also lost a Bird Keeper early on, which also kind of sucks as well, to be honest. Here comes the Regi send up. Draw for turn from Bradner. And I think even has a Marnie to go with the play this turn. So this will definitely lead to most likely lead to the Dragonite getting stuck. There's a Quick Ball. I think at this point, Bradner probably has the Regis needed to actually set up this Regice. We'll see. Has a Gift Energy in hand as well, so it can like really get the full setup going here. Grabs the bad Lecky, which in this matchup is the good Lecky. And then needs the Gigas, the Rock, and... or just the Gigas and a Rock. I think has the Rock in hand. Has one of them. I saw another Regi in there. Oh, it has a Steel in hand. Okay, so not quite. We're not quite there there yet for Bradner. So here comes the Marnie. So actually needs to get the Gigas and the Rock here. If Bradner whiffs, Bradner's probably in a pretty bad spot. 2, 3, 4. Quick Ball. And actually, Bradner does whiff. Oh, wait. This is huge. Once again, though, Caleb doesn't have that switch card that they need on a future turn here. But yeah, Bradner whiffs the attack this turn. Has the gift on the ice set up, which is nice. And then just goes with whatever it's called. I forget what it's called. Regi Gate. So huge whiff there from Bradner. Caleb's hand is nothing special, though. Once again, not another Colress or anything. Has a Cram in hand. Might bench the Cram. I don't hate the Cram bench here with how clean your bench is right now. Goes with the Primate Wisdom. Just did get a Scoop Up Net. Yeah, I don't hate the Cram bench. Energy to the Comfy is fine as well. I don't know what Caleb put on top there. And here comes another swing. Once again, the bench is going to get loaded up with another 20 damage each. So pretty huge whiff there from Bradner. But once again, Caleb doesn't have that switch card, which Caleb could have once again Primate Wisdom to the top of the deck here. So once again, big mistake from Caleb to not already have that kind of set up ready to go. This is what Caleb should have had, the Escape Rope in hand, and then gone Primate Wisdom the Escape Rope to the top of the deck once again to be like, okay, if they Marnie me again, then I'll get it again, and then just kind of repeat. Bradner has an Ordinary Rod in hand. This is Bradner's last Ordinary Rod, so it's possible some interesting plays can be made after this. So the Regices go to the top of the deck. We have a Quick Ball to get a Regice here for Bradner. And I'll be curious to see. Actually, goes for the Regi Rock because there's a Regi Rock prize. I'll be curious to see, and that should also be a tell to Caleb, I think, that there is a Regi Rock prize a little bit there. But I don't think Bradner's played their heavy ball yet, so still has a potentially way to get it out of the prize cards. So we'll see if Bradner actually can get to the Regice. And if Bradner does get to the Regice, will Bradner put it into the active, or maybe just swing with Gigas here and leave the ice on the bench? Probably trying to attack with the ice here if I had to guess. And once again, Caleb does not have the switch card to kind of combat that play, which is what you'd want here as Caleb. All right, has an Ultra Ball and the Scoop Up Net. So has the option to get the ice for sure. Can guaranteed get the ice. The question is, will the ice make its way to the active here for Bradner? Which I think is probably the correct play from here from Bradner. You want to assume that Caleb is playing for a switch card in this scenario. But it's possible Caleb never had access to a switch card and doesn't have access to one right now. So there's the load up, there's the net reset, and then we'll probably see Bradner use Gigas again and load up the Regi Drago on the bench with a couple energy to make it a pivot. That's what I would assume is going to happen here anyways. Or loads up the Gigas. I think that one's fine as well. So Gigas load up, 100 damage, stuck in the active, and Caleb, like I said, did not preemptively put the switch card on top, and there's no switch card in the hand. So we could see Caleb start with Quick Ball here and get rid of the Zeraora, because we know there's 2 Escape Ropes on the bottom of the deck. So I think I would like to have seen Caleb start with that. You could go grab the Kyogre. Another assumption here you can make here as Caleb is that Bradner probably plays 0 boss, maybe 1. So I think Caleb should play the Quick Ball here, get rid of the Zeraora, go grab the Kyogre, and just put it on the bench this turn probably. Maybe go grab... actually, you want to go grab second Comfy here. I actually take that back. You want to grab second Comfy here, and you want to retreat to that Comfy probably, actually. Because then you reset the deck, and you increase your odds of seeing that... oh, you don't need the Escape Rope anymore, though. What am I talking about? You don't need the Escape Rope anymore. The Escape Rope doesn't do anything anymore if you're hard retreating the Dragonite. Yeah, never mind. Don't mind me on that one. That actually doesn't make a difference here. You do need to go get another Comfy, though, here, I guess, as Caleb. So you're probably going to go get another Comfy. Maybe you don't even need to get another Comfy. It's looking for another Cram, actually. Or Sableye fine as well. You're probably punching with Cram here, actually, to be honest, as Caleb. And this is the point in the game where I don't think Caleb has burned through too many resources. Caleb could now play for double Kyogre. Not this turn you're going to be able to Kyogre, but on a future turn you definitely will be able to. So unfortunately, we're going to have to see a net reset on this Comfey because Caleb didn't conserve the switch card to utilize this retreat cost off the Comfey. This is another like resource that's getting punished here from Caleb is this. What's it called on the Comfey? And Caleb did lose that Comfey there. Maybe the last Comfey. But yeah, I would like to see Caleb bench Kyogre and bench Comfey here. Once again, should be able to make the assumption that there's no boss cards in Bradner's list. So I would like to see the Kyogre actually hit the bench over the Sableye, I think. Because at this point, Caleb could play for just back-to-back Kyogre plays. Here comes the Primate Wisdom, which should have been used before all these other cards happen, because if this is a Colress, then you get the Colress return. It actually is a Colress, I think. I think that is a Colress. Wait, what is that? Am I tripping? Because Caleb definitely hasn't played a supporter this turn. I don't know what Caleb put on top there. I swear that's a Colress. I swear that's a Colress. I can't tell for sure. Chat confirm. Yeah, I don't know why Caleb's not playing. Caleb has not played a draw supporter yet. And I'm pretty sure that's a Colress. I don't know what Caleb threw on top there. Once again, like I said, so actually, all right, Kyogre versus Sableye here, I'm like not too sold on one over the other. Sableye is like okay still, to be honest, because if Bradner doesn't have a scoop up net here, then the Sableye is a really good attack next turn. But the chance that Bradner has a scoop net here, I'm pretty sure is like almost it's really high. I think Bradner's only played one scoop up net. I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe there's two down. Either way, there's a good shot that Bradner has a scoop up net here. If you can get off a Sableye play here, that's pretty good. Bradner's going into the Drago. And might not have a scoop up net here, actually. If Bradner doesn't have a scoop up net here, then it's looking really good for Caleb. There's still the Dragonite on the bench, though. Oh, there's the swing. Okay. I swear that's a Colress. I can't tell, though. It is a Colress. It is a Colress. That is a Colress. Yeah, that is a Colress. So Caleb just didn't play a draw supporter last turn. Could have, chose not to. No! Oh, send them to say, okay, this is actually not that bad. I was about to say this is really bad, but it's actually not that bad because Caleb does have the course that'll get him to 10. At first, I was like, you don't have 10 in the lost zone yet, which they don't. But this is actually not terrible. So here we go. Course for 5. A lot of good cards here. Definitely wants the Colress. Doesn't need the capture energy. Probably. It's still a good one, though, to be honest. You know, getting rid of water and capture. I don't know about the water. Get rid of there. Goes with it. I'm curious to see how that'll end up playing out. And I think we'll probably go with a Recycler here. And then a Mirage Gate. And then hopefully Mirage Gates to the Kyogre. I want to see Caleb Mirage Gate to Kyogre here for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about the capture discard, to be honest. I'm a little bit sus on. Yeah, there's a Recycler. And then Kyogre should be benched here. Mirage Gate to the Kyogre. Just start to set it up. Yep. Here we go. Mirage Gate. 1 on Sableye. So Caleb's still in a pretty good spot here then. Caleb's still in a pretty good spot. Should have played the Colress last turn, but I don't hate the spot that we're in now for Caleb. Let's see. How's the prize trade going to go down from here? So Caleb's going to draw 1, go to 3, and then just needs to draw 1 more. And then we can see the Primate Wisdom here. Put the Colress on top of the deck to play around Marnie. I don't believe Bradner has a ton of Marnie left. That's fine. And then here we go. Sableye going to knock out the Regice. And then load up a bunch of damage in play. This is where you want second Sableye here as Caleb. But, yeah, you want second Sableye here as Caleb, but I believe the second Sableye did hit the Lost Zone. We'll go 2 to Regice. You could put 6 on the Regidrago on the active. Or you could go 7 on the Regidrago on the active. So that way the Cram could KO it next turn, but I think that plays a little bit too much into... The 7 on the active plays a little bit too much into Scoop Up Net, so I'm not a huge fan of that. All right, so I don't love this play from Caleb. I think you should have spread them out, because this gets punished by double Scoop Up Net. If Bradner has double Scoop Up Net here, this play gets completely punished, and then Caleb's going to struggle to draw another prize card. But if you set yourself up to be able to use Sableye next turn to draw a prize card, that puts you in a better spot. So I think from Caleb, I would like to have seen, like, instead of 3 on the Gigas, put 1 on Registeel, 1 on Regieleki, and 1 on Regirock. And then that's 4 Scoop Up Nets, which Bradner is just not going to have. So I don't like this play here from Caleb at all. Yeah, Caleb definitely should have gone 1-1-1 instead of 3 on the Gigas. I definitely don't like the 3 on the Gigas here from Caleb, because that makes it 2. That's 2 nets as opposed to 4 nets. And Bradner does not have 4 nets left, so it's literally impossible to do 4 nets. All right, the speed is out. I believe there's 1 net in the hand there for Bradner. 1 ice is gone. There's 0 Scoop Up Nets left for Bradner. Runs to the Registeel here. No, going to the Regigigas, actually. And I believe Caleb is going to try and use Sableye again next turn to get a knockout. And then the turn after that, use Kyogre to close out the game. There's the net on the Drago, like I mentioned. The Gigas still can be KO'd by Sableye, so the Gigas is still in range. But if Bradner did have a second Scoop Up Net, this would be a little bit awkward. Actually, Bradner can maybe get to a second Scoop Up Net, possibly. All right, there's the knockout on the Sableye. Now, can Caleb find... Caleb did save the Ordinary Rod, so Caleb can recover Sableye and Psychic Energy. Bradner's down to 3 prize cards, so if Caleb can get the Sableye KO on the Regigigas, then it's just a Kyogre away from winning the game on the following turn. Top deck's the Colress, of course. Oh, but Colress is before... You got to Ordinary Rod the Sableye there, I'm pretty sure. You got... I don't know what Caleb's going for here. Caleb might be going for like a more aggressive play. But I think definitely should have gone with Ordinary Rod, Sableye, Psychic, maybe a Water, or double Psychic if there's 2 Psychic. Then Colress, and then try and hit Sableye plus Psychic, because you have the Scoop of Net in hand to reset the Comfey. And then the turn after that, go for the Kyogre for 2. So I think this is a mistake here from Caleb. Has a lot of Scoop Up Nets in hand and doesn't have a second Comfey to work with, which is pretty bad as well. But this kind of all comes back to Caleb's bench is really awkward because the Dragonite never got like its full use. Like Caleb never got the full use out of the Dragonite because Caleb never protected a switch card with Guru. If Caleb does that, then the Dragonite actually gets KO'd, which is fine because Bradner's still drawing prize cards at a rate of 1 prize card per attack. And then the Dragonite gets KO'd, which means you get an extra bench space to work with, which makes it easier to get double Comfey on the bench. But because Caleb never protected a switch card, Caleb's bench has been messed up since this Dragonite got stuck on the bench from hard retreating it to the bench, and has put Caleb in an awkward spot like ever since. And now this happens... And I don't know, this is just kind of awkward. There's just Caleb can still dig, but Caleb definitely didn't prioritize Sableye like at all here. So now we should see the Ordinary Rod here coming from Caleb and recover. Really, like definitely needs to go after that Sableye. I don't know what Caleb is playing for here. Has 3 Scoop Up Nets in hand. What we should have seen Caleb do actually with the Ordinary Rod as well is with this many Scoop Up Nets left in the deck, Caleb should have recovered Sableye, Psychic, maybe another Energy. I don't know what else in this card. And then a Comfey as well. Because with this many nets left, you want double Comfey to dig through the rest of the deck. But now it's going to get awkward. So now what Caleb can do is go Primate Wisdom, the Battle VIP pass on top, Scoop Up Net the Comfey, send up the Guru, Scoop Up Net the Guru, bench the Comfey, discard the Battle VIP pass. But you also needed to just like recover Sableye like a year ago. So there's Net on Comfey, send up Guru. So now we should see Primate Wisdom, the Battle VIP pass on top. But this should be after. We should still see Caleb play this Ordinary Rod. Caleb's still like refusing to play the Ordinary Rod. And I think he's about to forget to use Primate Wisdom first. Yeah. Forgets to use Primate Wisdom. Should have Primate Wisdomed the Battle VIP pass to the top and then used Comfey. Now we see the Comfey, which means you could see 2 good cards as opposed to a Battle VIP pass plus a good card. And definitely the cards aren't terrible because it slows down. It's the second Ordinary Rod. But once again, didn't recover the Sableye. I feel like Caleb just had a massive brain fart in this game. Yeah, I think Caleb just had a massive brain fart in this game. This was pretty bad, actually, to be honest. So a build-up of quite a few mistakes, to be honest. There's a Colress for next turn, but that's not going to do anything this turn. And now you don't want to... Goes with the Ordinary Rod now. Yeah, I think it's just been like a big brain fart here from Caleb. Should recover the... Yeah, should have Ordinary Rod to start the turn. Maybe should have even grabbed the Lightning Energy, to be honest. I don't actually even know if you want that Lightning Energy. But I guess if you use a Mirage Gate, then you'd maybe want to go like Psychic to Sableye, Lightning to the Kyogre, which would be fine, because the Kyogre still needs to build up some energy. But yeah, to be honest, I think if Caleb had played this one cleaner, Caleb would have won this game for sure. Caleb would have definitely won this game if he had just played a little bit cleaner. If he protects, the initial thing is protecting the switch card. Thinking about playing this last scoop up net. Goes to scoop up net on Guru. Guru back down. Primate Wisdom to Chorus. So guarantee has the Chorus on top of the deck. I guess that's fine. And then it's going to be a pass over to Bradner after that, I think. There's nothing else to do. I would at least attach to Kyogre, probably. Thinking about attaching to Manaphy to make it a pivot, or even to the Dragonite. But I think attaching to Kyogre does make the most sense here, for sure. But still, once again, I don't think this leads to a victory for Caleb ever. And that's going to be a pass. Oh, thinking about switch card? No, maybe, yes. Switch card into the Guru and pass. Okay, well, Bradner, I think, only just needs to KO the Dragonite and then just basically wins the game, to be honest. Yeah, this all kind of comes back to Caleb not protecting a switch card to be able to play into double Dragonite. If Caleb had done that, I think Caleb would, like, be able to more easily transition into the double Sableye plays, or, like, the Cram into Sableye play. Because, like, yeah, Bradner whiffed the heal on that Cram attack that Caleb had, and then into the Sableye play. And then Caleb should have been able to pretty easily clean up with Kyogre. Yeah, I think Caleb kind of threw this one away, to be honest. Here comes the Comfey send up. And actually a cute play that Caleb could have played for, that I think would have won him the game, maybe. Actually, he still could have got close after that. Something that Caleb could have done, actually, is saved the switch card to heal 30 H damage off the Dragonite. And then this turn attacked with Kyogre. And could have gone Kyogre, knock out Regi Drago, plus one of the other Regis on the bench, depending on what's in the discard pile. And then Gigas can't KO Dragonite. So then Gigas has to KO the Kyogre. And then you could go Sableye KO Gigas to win the game. So Caleb could have saved the switch card and healed 30 off the Dragonite. Then KO'd the only thing that could KO it. Well, actually, that's not 100% true. If Isaiah has a choice belt for the Regigigas, the Regigigas could also KO the Dragonite, but Bradner would need the choice belt as well. You'd force Bradner to have like +1 card potentially. All right, Chorus here for Caleb. So it looks like the Kyogre is in reach here on this turn for Caleb. Gets rid of Lightning and Capture. Has the water in hand to attach. Does need a way to move the Comfey actually. There's an escape rope. So yeah, Caleb can attack with Kyogre this turn. Just needs to keep the escape rope, and then I think that's like your only play. And then maybe Bradner messes up here when you play the escape rope. I don't know how many energy are actually in the discard pile for Caleb. I don't think there's that many. There's like none. There's actually like no energy in the discard pile for Caleb. That's one of the problems with Greninja, like not being able to be used in this matchup. Sometimes it's like all your energy gets kind of trapped in your hand. And there's a lot in the Lost Zone actually this game for Caleb as well. So you do have to Ordinary Rod a couple things back into the deck. So Escape Rope first. There's just the Regi Drago send up, though, from Bradner. So this should basically be game. If Bradner sends up anything else, there's an opportunity for Caleb to win, but that would involve Bradner making a mistake there. Ordinary Rod for 2, grabs the Cram and the Guru, and then going to attack with Kyogre, but I don't even know if Caleb has a win condition past that. Kyogre's up, and Caleb scoops. All right. Caleb concedes. Yeah, I don't think Caleb had it in the deck, and Caleb knew they didn't have it, so played through it and then concedes. You appreciate the 17-month resub there, Shanty. So let's talk about that game a little bit more. Take a look at the prize cards here. So yeah, I think if Caleb just protects the switch card, uses Dragonite twice, puts themselves in a really good spot moving forward. If that Cram play still happens later in the game as well, especially where Caleb can go back-to-back Sableyes, then yeah, Caleb is just wins that game pretty much every single time. But not setting themselves up so good with the Dragonite, put them in a pretty bad spot as soon as Bradner was able to pull off that Regice play. But Caleb was in a pretty good spot for a while there. And then, yeah, didn't protect the switch card, like I mentioned, and it kind of all fell apart. So prize cards here. The Kyogre is super important for Caleb. The Bad Lucky is actually pretty important for Bradner. The Heavy Ball is not prized for Bradner. The Heavy Ball is prized for Caleb, but it isn't the first 2 prize cards, so Caleb should be able to get to the Kyogre before it matters. And once again, wants to kind of prioritize Dragonite as an initial attacker and kind of go from there. So decent opening it looks like here from Caleb. Some Comfey is going to start to build up that Lost Zone. Psychic Energy already hitting the Lost Zone there. Don't want to lose too many energy. You want to make sure those are trying to hit the discard pile as much as possible. We saw that in the last game kind of come back to, ooh, goes with the Pokestop over the Battle VIP pass. I don't think I agree with that there from Caleb. Like, you kind of want the Pokestop around to be able to use Greninja potentially multiple times. Another play you can look for in this matchup as Caleb as well is you can go for like the 4-4-4 with Sableye. So you put 4 damage counters on 3 Regis with Sableye, and then you follow up with Greninja KOing 2 of them. So you get 2 prize cards over 2 turns. So even when you can't use Greninja because of the Path to the Peak, the Greninja is still pretty good to have set up as an attacker. I think we definitely should prioritize the Battle VIP pass there as Caleb. I actually don't like that at all. I think we definitely prioritize the Battle VIP pass there. Prioritizes the Cram over the... I don't think I like that either. I mean, the Cram's fine, but you play 2 Cram. Energy is just so important. I don't like that either. So, like, if we had prioritized the Battle VIP pass here as Caleb, then we can Battle VIP pass for Greninja. Just get it out early, because if Isaiah whiffs the turn 1 path, then you get, like, 2 turns of Greninja. Prioritize this energy so you can retreat the Comfey into the next Comfey, and then still have an energy to use with Greninja. Just kind of see as many cards as possible. Yeah, I think we can give up the Cram. We play 2 Cram. The second Cram was prized though, but Caleb hasn't checked the prize cards yet, and you still potentially have the heavy ball in the deck, which it's not. So it would have hurt Caleb a little bit here, but I think in this situation that would have been fine, to be honest. That's how I would have played it. Be like, okay, I'm gonna give up this Cram, but I still potentially have another Cram. And if my second Cram is prize, I have heavy ball. Unfortunately for Caleb, they would have found out that a Cram and their heavy ball is prize. But yeah, I don't like that sequence there overly too much from Caleb. Here comes another Comfey. Definitely wants to try and keep that Psychic. Gives up the Capture. That's fine. Graham comes down as an option for next turn. And then we could see the Quick Ball happen here. I wouldn't have hated to try and see the Quick Ball get forced there to try and get the Guru. But like I said, we should have had the Battle VIP pass over the Pokestop, so the Guru shouldn't have been a problem. But yeah, Guru to put Birdkeeper on top is pretty good there, just in case you get like turn 1 Marnied from Bradner. Like, that's like a big killer in this matchup, is just getting Marnied and losing because of that. But it looks like Bradner has a pretty slow start, actually. And it's just going to go with the Regi Gate. Okay. Over to Caleb. We're going to start with the Comfey, probably. And then you got the Birdkeeper into the next Comfey. And then probably just ending the turn by hitting with Cram. Quick prize card check. It's Lecky. Okay, Battle VIP pass bites the dust. Bird keep into Comfey, and you just want to wait to use the Quick Ball because you want to add the potential to draw other basics. You need to find Manaphy. You need to find Guru. There's like a lot of things you need to find here as Caleb has a Battle VIP pass to get rid of and has the Capture Energy, so should be able to pretty easily. Oh, another Comfey happening first. Hold on. Ninja bites the dust, so we're not going to be able to do that, but it was at the trade-off of the Dragonite, so I think you definitely favor the Dragonite here, for sure. Definitely favor the Dragonite here. I had 6 in the Lost Zone, actually. Caleb could maybe go for a Dragonite this turn, which I wouldn't hate to see. I don't know how many cards Bradner has in hand, but I don't think you mind triggering the Gift Energy, and I think with that Comfey grab here from Caleb, that's what you're playing for here. You do have to be careful, though, and you really need to get down Manaphy if you are going to go this route, so we'll see what ends up happening here for Caleb. I don't know how many gates are in the hand as well. There's at least 1. Okay, Comfey up. And actually has an escape rope, so it can escape rope around the Gift Energy, actually. I don't know if Caleb has the Water Energy. It does have the Pokestop, so could Pokestop into a second. Could Pokestop into a second. I think has the Manaphy in hand as well, actually. So it has the Manaphy, which is important. I'm going to go with the next Comfey here. Yeah, can escape rope around the Regi. Now Bradner's like, okay, am I getting knocked out this turn? Because Bradner's hand is pretty dead here. Knows there's a chance they could get KO'd. I don't think those are great options here for Caleb. We'll see. Gets rid of the Sableye to keep a Colress, I believe. Can't actually see what the card is. I think it is a Colress, though. So it hasn't retreated yet. Now is probably going to retreat to the Cram and just punch with Cram. This will make it a little bit awkward for... Yeah, there's the Manaphy bench. Definitely need that. There's the Dragonite. Benches that as well. I don't love the Dragonite bench here. But it's going to go ahead and just go in with the gate, which I actually don't hate as well. I was actually about to say, like, I don't even hate the idea of going in with the Mirage Gate this turn right now. A second Mirage Gate would be great here to take a knockout this turn. I'm just going to retreat to Cram and swing with Cram. Once again, a Sableye has hit the Lost Zone, which is, like, not great. You ideally want to try and keep both Sableyes around in this matchup for the back-to-back Sableye plays, but it can be kind of hard to keep around the extra Sableye sometimes. We'll see if Bradner can actually pull off and attack this turn. Here comes the Gigas. Lucky's in the active. And then a Rock as well. So a lot of Regi's hitting the board for Bradner off the rip here. Doesn't have a draw supporter, though, I believe. Does have an Ultra Ball. With a gift to the active. And maybe pass. 20, 40. So actually, this is like, this opens an opportunity for Caleb here to just attack with Sableye, to be honest. If Caleb can just attack with Sableye here, Caleb is down a lot of scoop-up nets. So it might be hard to create a bench space for the Sableye. But attacking with Sableye here would actually be huge. Let's see. What are the prize cards? If not, just hitting with Cram isn't terrible, though, to be honest. Like, just hitting with getting another Cram hit here is, like, fine. But you'd prefer to attack with Sableye. Thinking about getting rid of a Recycler there. I don't love the idea of losing a Recycler here. Ooh, gets rid of Colress and a Recycler. Yeah, I don't love the Recycler hitting the bin here, but probably fine. Should probably attach this Choice Belt. Thinking about digging deeper. I don't hate it. If you do find the net here as Caleb, the Sableye attack is kind of in... But you need like a... You need more than just the net, though. You need the Sableye and the net, which Caleb doesn't have in hand. It can't get off one card. So you need to, like... Get the net into a Comfy. Yeah, I don't think Caleb has that. So it's going to be a hard retreat back to the Cram. So I don't know if I love this kind of... This feels like an overextension almost from Caleb. This does mean, though, that Caleb is not knocking anything out with the gift energy, though. So actually, this is probably the correct play, to be honest, from Caleb. I didn't even think about it like that, to be honest. You know, Bradner didn't do anything like last turn. So if you can pull off a Sableye play this turn, it's actually huge. It just keeps getting better and better. You do lose the Psychic Energy, I guess, but I actually do like this play from Caleb the more that actually I think about it, to be honest. Because now you're just making sure you're not triggering a gift energy. Because, you know, last turn Bradner was, like, not doing anything, and now Bradner's still not doing anything. So if you can pull off a Sableye play this turn as Caleb, you're in a really, really good spot. You're not there quite yet, but you do have a Colress in the hand to potentially be able to pull it off, so... We'll see if Caleb can Sableye this turn. And then that won't trigger either of the gift energies, which will be huge. Bradner searches out a Regi Rock. Maybe has a Research in hand. The Serena. Okay. So did top deck a Serena. So can maybe pull off an attack this turn. Is a little bit of ways away. Needs double Aurora plus a Regice. I see the Regice in the hand. I think that was maybe an Aurora hit on that last draw there. There's the Regice hit. Has one Aurora in hand, none in the discard pile. So probably not going to be attacking this turn. Although could retreat. I mean, you retreat to Regidrago. I don't think that does too much. You could find some scoop up nets, which would be nice actually here, to be honest. All right, here we go. Pat to the Peak. Regidrago for 3. And then, why not Ultra Ball for Ice? That actually is an interesting question, to be honest, Irish. I'm actually not sure why Bradner didn't. Did get one net, so that's a pretty good hit. Net reset the steal. And then doesn't even need to bench the steal, to be honest. Just pass over to Caleb. Okay, Caleb, once again, looking for the Sableye play. Here's another Colress. There's Sableye. Gets rid of... Not quite, though. Has Sableye. So could go with the Pokestop this turn. Could start swinging with Dragonite as well. I don't hate either of those plays. And I think we're going to see the Dragonite play here from Caleb. Yeah, just start swinging with Dragonite. Can't get to the Sableye when they wanted to. Yeah, it's unfortunate to not see the Sableye play yet. And now this gives Bradner a turn to, like, draw into the scoop up net to protect the damage off the Lucky, or remove the damage from the Lucky. Get Ice UFK. Oh no, they didn't have the energy set up in the discard pile. Oh no, wait, the reason Bradner didn't get the Ice is because... The reason Bradner didn't get the Ice is because they were discarding what they got off the Ultra Ball. They don't want to discard an Ice when that's what they need to find. But the Ice doesn't give them a knockout because they don't have the energy in the discard pile to get the knockout. So no, it makes sense to get the Regi Rock there. All right, has the second Aurora, throws it on the Lecky, discards a Gigas, and then Serena away the Cape for 5. Yeah, there was not enough energy in the discard pile to get the knockout quite yet. Has the Drago, has the energy in the discard pile. This is still a good turn. Although I doubt Caleb will be able to. It would still be a good turn to... Oh no, here comes the Regice. Okay, here comes the Regice. Let's see if Caleb has a switch card to respond to it. I forgot about this play coming up. Caleb needs a switch card to respond to the Regice here. Let's see if Caleb has a switch card here to respond to the Regice. Did just use one to move the Cramorant as well. Does Caleb have a switch card? Caleb actually, I think, only has one switch card left. The Bird Keeper's gone, 2 Escape Rope, and a switch card are gone. So there's 1 switch card left in the deck. I don't think Caleb's going to have it here. But if Caleb could attack with Sableye, then I think that would be fine. If Caleb can pull off an attack with Sableye here, I think it's actually fine if Caleb whiffs. Oh, has the Colress here. Hold up, hold up. Might just be able to find the switch card if it's still in there. There's a Snorlax and a Capture. Has double Mirage Gate in hand. Plays Heavy Ball. Going to be able to go grab that Kyogre. And should be able to attack with Sableye here. Should definitely grab Kyogre here. There is only 5 minutes left in the round, but I think with Kyogre, it's definitely possible for Caleb to pull off the comeback. Definitely in a rough spot. This last switch card was prize, so I was never going to be able to draw into that. There's a hard retreat into a Comfey, but Caleb could have gone with Net. I think it's a mistake here from Caleb. I think he's kind of playing pretty frantic here. Caleb could have gone with Net something up. This is what I think Caleb should have done. Net a Comfey. Instead of just going with a Mirage Gate. So I think we're going back in with the Dragonite. I think it's a mistake here from Caleb. Caleb could have actually attacked with the Sableye this turn. Yeah, Caleb could have attacked with Sableye this turn. And should bench the Sableye right now anyways. Could have gone Net something up and then retreat into Sableye. That's what I think Caleb should have done. And save the Dragonite for a future play. I think Caleb's going to run out of ways to take knockouts here soon. Yeah, I think Caleb's playing a little bit frantic in this game because he is running out of time to be able to close this one out. It's still definitely doable, but yeah, there's not a ton of time left for Caleb to be able to close this one out. I think even as of right now, Bradner's in a pretty good spot if Bradner can find the Scoop Up Net for the bench Lecky. Skip Flower Selecting is possible. The deck was mostly energy at that point, though, so I think maybe Caleb skipped Flower Selecting on purpose. Comes the cap for the Regice, so we're going to be attacking this turn for sure. Brandon's just going to be looking for a Scoop Up Net for the bench Lecky. Yeah, I think, yeah, the first game was definitely played pretty sloppy from Caleb. This one was as well, but there's like a balance of, you know, trying to play optimally and making sure you have enough time to try and win the match or get a tie in this situation. There's no way Caleb's ever winning this match. The best outcome Caleb can hope for is a tie. Yeah, the best outcome Caleb can hope for is a tie at this point. Pretty mediocre draw as well off of that Marnie. Just a bunch of energy and didn't bench the Sableye. If Caleb had benched the Sableye and then Bradner whiffs the Scoop Up Net, we could have had something for Caleb to do this turn. There's the Scoop Up Net anyways, though. So it doesn't even have that as an option, to be honest. There's 2 Leckies in the hand here for Bradner. Maybe thinking about going and getting bad Lecky. Or at least maybe just trying to shuffle the deck from what... Yeah, there's quite a few supporters, it looks like, on the bottom of the deck there. So just shuffling the deck, trying to go... at least shuffle the deck, shuffle that up. Doesn't take any of the Regis there. And 2 minutes left. Oh, also gets to use Drago for 1. So yeah, thins up the hand a little bit. Drago for 1, knockout. No good attacking options here for Caleb. Just going to even go ahead and push the Cram first. Comfey in hand, Psychic Water. Benches a French Comfey with a Water. Even loads it up with a Choice Belt. And then go ahead and Cram Punch for 110. Setting it up for a possible... Possible Sableye on the next turn. But I think that's going to be probably unlikely to happen. I think Bradner has another Scoop Up Net in hand. So we can Sableye this Lucky, though. This Lucky can get Sableyed here. See what Bradner chooses to do, though. Ball, yeah, there is a net in hand. So the Regidrago is probably getting netted here from Bradner. Keep removing the damage from play. I was thinking about grabbing something. There's probably no reason to grab anything here. You maybe even want to try and thin out your hand and draw with the Regidrago. Looks like it's going to go ahead and, yeah, fail the quick ball. I don't think you can draw with Regidrago, but you also don't need to draw this turn. You just need a net reset into something and attack with that. And I feel like Bradner might just attack with Gigas here. I think Gigas seems like the best attacker. We'll see. Choice built to Gigas. Oh, now can draw 1 with the Drago. 1 for Drago. And then, yeah, I guess net reset Regidrago I think seems best here from Bradner, then attack with Gigas. Maybe if there's a twin, if there is a twin in the discard pile, I don't know if there is. And yeah, the Gigas send up makes sense. Drago comes back down. And then load up your Gigas. And time has been called, so it's turn 0 for, oh, actually, okay, and just concedes there. I was gonna say that's not even an attack. Bradner didn't even have an attack there, just playing for the tie at that point. So Bradner wins 1-0. Yeah, I don't know if Caleb really ever had a shot in this second game, to be honest, with how much time is left. Play a little frantic, definitely made some misplays, but you have to play. I talked about this a lot last time I streamed, I feel like. It's like there's a balance to winning matches. Your goal needs, if your goal is to win the match, theoretically, you want to make every action perfectly, but there's sometimes not enough time in the match to do that. So you have to play like, you have to play at a balance of a time efficiency slash playing optimally. I think this was a good example of that from Caleb in this game. Like Caleb was just trying to, like, going through actions, just making sure he was doing something that progressed towards drawing prize cards every turn, knowing there wasn't that much time left in the round, and making the priority doing something as opposed to trying to play optimally, which gives you a higher chance to win the match, or in this case, tie the match for Caleb, as opposed to playing optimally, right? So sloppy play in the second game from Caleb, but there was like reason behind it, right? Just trying to play time efficient as opposed to optimally. Game 1, I think there was quite a few mistakes there from Caleb, though. I think Caleb probably would have walked away with the winning game 1 had he played a little bit cleaner. So I definitely think there was some stuff to clean up in the game 1. Yeah, the game 1 was definitely pretty rough from Caleb, and I think probably would have walked away with the dub in game 1, which probably would have led to the dub in the series overall if Caleb had played a little bit cleaner in game 1. But yeah, dub for Bradner in this one.